Hey guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here. Now today I'm talking about a little Netflix show you might have seen, might have heard of, I don't know whether it's in the States or whether it is just an Aussie thing, Love on the Spectrum.
Finding love can be hard for anyone.
That was too awkward.
And for some people, it can feel like an impossible dream.
Some girls don't feel like dating with someone with disabilities.
Love on the Spectrum is a little show, I suppose like a love reality sort of thing, given love is in the title, that follows people all across all levels of the autistic spectrum. So there was my first sort of irking about this show. Was this just going to be another exploitive sort of thing, specifically looking at people with mental disabilities?
You ready?
Yes, ready. Hello, my name is Michael, and I'm happen to be a 25-year-old man.
How do you feel about being on the spectrum?
Well, autism is just a neurological disability. People with Asperger's or autism, they just learn things a different way. As far as I'm concerned, if anything, it's actually more of a gift.
And that was actually what I thought it was going to be, like one of these shows where they just exploit them for entertainment. Pretty much just to see, how bad they are at love, like love at first sight or married at first sight, or first date, one of those type of shows where they just throw people into a situation and see how quirky and weird and wonderful they can be. Like a lot of those other reality shows that you could swear some of those people had mental disabilities. Not to make light of actual people with mental disabilities, but you know what I'm saying. Those people aren't all there anyway. They're only after their 5 little minutes of fame and blah, blah, blah. And anyway, enough about what I think about normal reality shows. This show was actually pretty heartwarming, heartfelt. And it seems like the production company and team and everyone involved with it actually care about the subject matter. It is about seeing what these people are like, what they're doing, and how they strive for that connection that we also strive for as well.
The challenges that you face, Mike, I think a lot of other people face too, to struggle at some point or another to find, proper love.
That's also because a lot of people our age aren't interested in commitment. They're only interested in intercourse.
So the show follows a great cast, I guess you call it, of characters through this. So you've got people on, as I said, all varying levels of the spectrum. And the social coach in the show actually even says that herself, that no 2 days are the same, no two people are the same, because it's a spectrum. So there are some that, pick up on verbal cues and stuff like that. They just have a few little quirks. And then there are some that have absolutely not many social skills anyway, coming into it.
So I'll go and crack on and start doing some dinner stuff.
Remember, not touching.
It won't be touching, Chloe. It won't be touching, I promise.
I'm very picky when it comes. I don't like things touching other things. The beans have to be separated, like a little bit of beans. On the side, you can't touch.
My card collection, you see, it's thick, so it's quite heavy. This is one of my favourite sections, which is food.
So you collect business cards?
Yes, I do.
What's your guess at how many you have?
How many? Probably thousands. Look, this is a lot. I can't wait to sort them all out.
So it goes into a lot about how they end up being able to hold that conversation with someone that they've seemingly, I know the magic of TV and everything, just met and just been thrown into this situation with. And I think the show does a great job of this, illustrating these points that, these are still people. These are still people with wants, needs, desires, and dreams they can have. But it also goes into a lot about some of their little quirks and stuff as well. One where this girl, she can't have anything on her plate touching. Looking at her, there's not much wrong with her. She's a bit deaf from the autism. But other than that, she holds a job at a florist and does that quite well. Whereas you've got then one guy who's pretty socially inept. He's loves drawing his manga and everything like that. And it goes into those sort of things as well, all their interests and stuff, and how good and how much knowledge they retain in something that they're actually passionate about and they love. So I think it does a fantastic job of putting into perspective, like showing people what these people are actually like and how sweet and innocent they can be as well. And then of course you have Michael, who's just very blunt, very very much a typical Asperger's sort of person. And it was eye-opening for me because I know someone who's been diagnosed with Asperger's, and now I'm starting to think, does he have Asperger's? Or is he just a prick that they've just labelled that so they can get him out? Whereas Michael is very much he's never mean in what he says. He's just very blunt, matter of fact, to the point. And that adds to the entertainment of the show. You're not laughing at these people so much, you're just laughing at the situation and the things that they say. And because it comes off hilarious. Like Kelvin's date, our manga enthusiast. Him and his date sort of hit it off, sort of don't. He's pretty rubbish at video games, which I think was a deal breaker for her. But there's a great scene where he goes off to the toilet, they ask her about what she thinks of him. Then when he comes back on his way back, they ask him what he thinks of her, and hilarity ensues with these people because it's all so very innocent, they just say how it is. They miss some of these social cues, but this show's about teaching them, can they learn these things?
Jessica is a very nice girl to me. She likes the video games, movies, and traveling. But she doesn't like anime.
That's
or
not
manga.
true. I actually do like anime. I just like video games more.
Why don't you go and join her again and we can talk later, okay?
Okay.
And you really do get a sense of what it is like to, one, be in a family with some of these people as well. Because you follow the families and you start to really feel for everyone involved. You get to see the joy on Kelvin's dad's face as, you know, he's picking up these social cues with his social coach. You get to see Maddie's parents so excited that their daughter's got a date, and then a subsequent follow-up date as well, and that she's getting somewhere.
And then the girl might ask you a question. Do you like animals?
I'm also interested in animals. We should go to the koala park.
You're fine. Yeah, well, that was nice. Why were you suggesting that you go to the koala park?
It's because she likes animals.
I'm really proud. That is excellent.
The family want these people to be happy. And then you watching too, you also fall in love with these people and you want them to be happy. And I mean, if you don't, you're an absolute monster. Anyway, getting back to, yes, it's a nice show. It is a good show. It shows a little bit of interest. Now, I mean, I've always had a soft spot for these people because my mum actually used to teach at a disabled school in town. So that was a whole range, like right through the spectrum, whether it was physically and mentally or just mentally or even behavioural problems as well. So I've always had a bit of a soft spot for these people because she'd come home with stories about what they do and how fun and how much we normally discredit these people for not being able to think for themselves and stuff like that, where in fact they're actually really quite genuinely intelligent, just in a different way than we would normally express it or, you know, conform to with society's norms and all that sort of crap. But then too, Netflix also did a follow-up to them. I'll leave a link down for that one below because it was great given the whole pandemic situation and stuff. I don't think they were able to make the second series as they wanted to. So they did a follow-up to see where they are. That was only filmed in August this year, which was great to see. Some of them are getting jobs, so I don't think any of the ones that weren't in a relationship before are in a relationship, but they're getting jobs, they're getting out there. It's given them enough to get out there more in society. So they're still looking for love, yes, but Maddie, I know, is looking at going for a license. She's got a job walking dogs, those sort of things. So it's opened their lives up that little bit. And I hope too that it has, once we get past all this stuff, spurred on for more communities to do more for these people looking for that connection. But that brings me to the end of this video. I just wanted to talk about it because if you haven't seen it, it is worth checking out. It's not, from my point of view anyway, exploitive or anything like that. It is a genuinely heartfelt show where they care about these people. And you can see the attention to detail and the way they interact with these people and their families, how much they care. Have you seen Love on the Spectrum? What do you think? What are your thoughts? Do you know someone with mental disabilities and what their struggles are when going through with life? Leave a comment down below. Anyway guys, I'm Rob Murphy. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.